as far as having a team that has a lot of experience, you have a lot of guys on this team 8, 9, 10, 14 years. You find if you win, it's because you have experience, but if you lose, somebody say, oh, maybe these guys are old. Ever run across that?
Not this time of the year. You usually talk about this maybe in March or April or whatever when things are starting to wear on you from a season. But we're still pretty good here. Pau's playing a tremendous amount of minutes, and Lamar has had to play a lot of minutes too. But other than that, I think our guys are still pretty lively.
What gives you more of an advantage, when you have a team with this much experience or when you've coached a team that has a lot of youth on it, age?
Well, usually we say in November the young legs are prevailing. The young guys are prevailing because, they are still spry, and then the old guys catch up because they know how to, sustain themselves for the duration of, those games that kind of wall these younger guys in after 30, 40. And at the end, the youth then comes back a little bit because of their livelihood. But experience-wise, I think the big thing is that, after a loss, guys know that you want to stem the tide. You don't get upset. There's not a whole lot of fingers being pointed at anybody else about the, blame game. And you try and come out and limit what you do in the losses and, extend your wins.
So the loss, not the loss, but the day off did them a lot of good.
Well, I don't know about that. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Because typically, they kind of struggle after having a day off.
Yes, they get a little disjointed, they get out of rhythm, and that happens. I think it's kind of usual.
He didn't shoot particularly well in that last game. You just mentioned he's been playing.
Which one?
Pau, the last game.
No, there's a lot of guys that didn't shoot well, but Pau was one of them.
Do you think that's a residue of him just playing so many minutes, or did he just have an off night?
No, he just had an off night. He really didn't have to play that much against Minnesota. He was in the low 30s. We kind of tried to cruise him in for that, and we had a day off last week. So yeah, it wears a little bit at him, the weight of this, but that particular game, yes.
Will he and Lamar just have to endure these minutes until Henry comes back? Or are you trying to figure out a way to get in the game, even though you don't really want to?
We're trying to get enough experience for Derek to character to kind of get out there and help us along. And we're trying to nurse Theo along so he can have those times out there where he can go.
What did Andrew?
The option of having Ryan play some power forward, Luke power forward, would that also be something you're looking to?
Yeah, we haven't done very well in that regard so far. It hasn't gone well. I may have to go to Devin and give Ebanks an opportunity out there because his livelihood and his activity, and he plays really well, and he needs an opportunity.
What did Bynum able to do on Thursday?
Nothing. He shot with Craig Hodges a little bit.
First time he's been out there shooting?
No, he's shot before, but he's not on the court with us yet doing the warm-up drills. I expect it in a week or so. Not next week because we're on the road a lot, but after that week, maybe he'll be out there to do some of the warm-up and the activity drills to start. Before, isn't that a little before Thanksgiving? Yeah, Thanksgiving week, actually, yeah.
We have the Goons versus the
Turkey trot?
Yeah.
It's usually a Thanksgiving special.
I forget the word furry. I just spelled it one time.
Did you?
Like the ship? Emails about that.
Ferry?
Yeah, I got emails about that from a lot of interested people.
Yeah, that.
With how Denver went small, do you expect other teams to try to follow suit and see if that strategy works?
Well, they got away with it. That's all I'll say.
I've heard you mention character. He's getting minutes, and you mentioned Ebanks here. These are rookies. Are there certain situations where you're more comfortable putting them in the game?
Well, we usually say, rookies are as low as whale doo-doo in the bottom of the ocean. That's where they have to start out in this league. Learners, experience level, all that kind of stuff. But their enthusiasm, their activity can help. And usually set quarters are kind of areas where they have an opportunity to get out there and play, and the game's not decided yet. And mistakes happen, you can correct them. And it gives them an opportunity to get their feet wet.